Hello everyone. I will be introducing one of the job role of JEA. That is one of the new jobs. So here we had already gone through this folder, that is JEA manual, and we had gone through all these folders. Now there is a folder called training material over here. So in the training material we had already discussed about the renewal process. So renewal, there were many steps to be followed. All those things we discussed earlier. So these were the process to be followed in the renewal, and details of the each steps were discussed in the previous videos. Now what we'll do is we'll go back here, and in the in the training folder there's one more folder called training material for amendments. So amendment is one of the services that we provide. So renewal is also a service where the company should be renewed every year. For example, if there is a company which was registered last year, then they have to renew it every year so that they can do the business here in UAE. Now, amendment is, for example, if there is a company, and in the company there are shareholders. Shareholders are those people who shares the ownership of that company, the shareholders. And there is a directors. There are directors. It might be sometimes it might be single or multiple directors. And then each company has a license, and each company has an activity for them. That, for example, a person take a license for restaurant and he cannot do other business, so that is an activity. So he will be doing a restaurant business. Or else if a person is having a trading business of fruits and vegetables, that will be his activity. He cannot trade clothing or textile materials. So this is what the activity is. For each activity there will be a separate license. So if it is commercial trading, then there will be a particular uh, activity for each license. And if they want to do many products together, trading of many different products together, then they will be getting a general trading license, where they can trade any number of products or any different kind of products under general trading license. Now here, what amendment is, now when a company is set up, and this company might change its shareholders anytime, or they can change their directors anytime, or they might sell their company to someone else, then the shareholders changes. Or else they can change the activity anytime. Might be that they initially they started with fruits and vegetable trading, then they change it to trading of textile materials. So anytime they can change any of the based on their requirements. So this is called amendments. So now we'll discuss on the amendments. For example, if there is a company which you already collected the details for renewal, and the renewal was done, now they want to do some amendments. So in this particular job, if you go for the training materials under amendment, so you have steps to be followed to get invoice, all these things. So same like we had for renewal, this is all the same process. Part one will be collect the details from jurisdiction, because initially you'll be getting a notification from Varal saying that for this particular company the shareholder has to be changed. That is, we want to change the shareholder. Or for this particular company XYZ, change of director. Or for this particular company, change of activity or change of license is required. So once you get a notification from Varal, so you'll collect all the details for the jurisdiction. So the type of job will be mentioned in the notification, that is change of shareholder, change of director, or change of license, whichever is required to be mentioned. So you can collect all the details from the jurisdiction. So if it is not through portal, you can get it through email, and if it is through portal, then you can get it from the portal. So now here, once you get all the details, you'll prepare the quotation and send it to PS. So then the part 2 will be, once we receive the amount, you will get another notification to execute the job. So you'll fill all the application forms. If it is non-portal, you will do it, and if it is portal, you will update all the documents in the portal, and then you will submit it to client for signature, and client will make the signature, submit it back. Then you can submit it to jurisdiction. So while submitting to jurisdiction, if it is through email or through portal, you can do it directly. Or if it is through personal submission, then Varal will take care of that. So at the end, we'll collect the document from the jurisdiction, and if it is through email, then you can collect that, and if it is personal or by physical visit to jurisdiction, then Varal will be collecting all the documents. Now we'll go in detail uh, how to process for each step. What are the details on each step, will go in detail. So now steps to collect the details from the non-portal. So it's the same as which you had gone through earlier for the renewal. So you'll get a notification from Varal, and it will have the details, all the details of name of the company, jurisdiction, and type of amendments. Then you send an email to jurisdiction, and you have a contact list over here. In this contact list, when you look, you'll get all the details over there, and you also have a script over here, so you can edit all the required fields over here. And then this is also available in the script sheet. Now when you check your contact details, so you have earlier it was renewal, so this is the tab, and amendments, all the details will be available over here. This will be completely filled. And for closing, you'll have, this is another one we'll be discussing in the next video, next session. And new company, this will be one more session. So all the details will be available over here. So if it is for renewal, you will take the contact from here. If it is amendments, you will take the contact from here. And if it is closing, you will take it from here. If it is new company setup, then you will take the contact details from here. So once you get the contact details, you will send an email to the jurisdiction. So once you get details from the jurisdiction, so since not only the costing details, you will also take the application forms from the jurisdiction, and then all the process, because you will be executing that. So what is the process for completing this particular job, and then all the documents required for that particular job. So you will collect all the details from the jurisdiction. So as I told you earlier, if they doesn't send you the other details like documents required, process, or any other things, you can send a, you can follow with for the same email. You can reply to the same email saying that, so please send the other details like you did for renewal. So you can send this, where you can ask for whichever you didn't receive, you can ask for that particular details from the jurisdiction. So they will be sending all the details. So once you get all the details, you'll be filling the quotation. So we already discussed how to fill the quotation. So same way you can fill it at the same place. The quotation template will be same, and then you'll have a same folder. So the quotation template will look same. So only thing is that you will be updating the particulars over here and the costing over here according to the invoice that you are receiving from the jurisdiction. And then there is one more folder for that. For example, this is a, when you go over here, quotation. So these are steps which we discussed earlier. So this is a quotation folder where we had already discussed that you'll be making a template of, we'll make a copy of this particular, you'll make a copy and then rename it with this. And as I told you, while renaming, put a company name, jurisdiction, and type of document. So here it was this was for quotation for renewal. So when you're preparing quotation for amendments, you can add it as quotation for amendment. And if it is closing or new company, you can mention in that way. Because for example, this is a company that is VPS consultant. VPS consultant, you might have the quotation for renewal as well as amendment. So if you don't mention it separately, then you will be confused when you upload the quotation for submission of the form. So make sure that you rename it as per the standard or as per the instruction which were made earlier. So once you have done that, you can submit the quotation through the form. You can fill the form and submit the quotation. So here you'll fill a form. I'll update a link over here for the form. So through which we already discussed the form for renewal. The same way you can also fill the form for amendment and submit the document, submit the quotation to the PS. Now here for RAC ICC, Ajman, all the portals which you have, you can log into them and then get the details from there. So earlier I told you for renewal, so same way you can get the details for amendments also. Now we already gone through how to fill the quotations. Now pricing structure will be updated over here, so you can take it from here. So pricing, this will be changed. So for amendments we will be taking 5,000. So this will be updated as per this. So you can add the, in the quotation, while filling the quotation, you can put the invoice cost, and at the overall cost you can take the cost from here. So same way for renewal, overall margin, I'll be updating this for amendments, and for renewal it will be separate, so you can take it as per this updated over here. Then submission of quotation, so amendment closing, there is a form here, so you can fill this form to submit your details. There is the name of the company, you select the name of the company which was requested. Upload price quotation, you can upload the price quotation. Upload documents required, if there is a document required for amendment, you can upload it over here. So this will be the second stage, so where I told you. So this we will discuss in the next video, how to execute the amendment for any of the like shareholder amendment or other like directors or change of activity or change of license type.